synchronicity. So we went to our favorite record shop, JD's record shop, this morning. And when we were waiting in line at Taco Cabana, I was saying, this short just popped up in my feed. It was Sammy Hagar talking to another musician. I've forgotten who the guy was. Sammy Hagar talking to this other guy. The greatest rock band of all time. Without blinking an eye, the guy said AC/DC. Now, my first thought when I hear greatest rock band of all time is Led Zeppelin. So I was talking to my husband. We talk about music all the time. And I said, you know, when you ask someone who the greatest rock band was, they're going to say Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, The Who. And he brought up Black Sabbath. Yes, they're going to say Black Sabbath. He would say the Rolling Stones. My husband says the Rolling Stones, greatest rock band of all time. I say Led Zeppelin. Anyway, we just learned, our son just told us about Ozzy Osbourne's passing. I'm fortunate that I was able to see Ozzy in concert at the AT&T Center on my son's birthday, actually, November 9th, 2016. My GeMiNi ex took me to see Ozzy. Got me a t-shirt. So, never met the man, but I've always loved his music, solo and with Sabbath. And from what I've seen, what I heard, he wasn't just a great musician. He was a great father and grandfather. And I feel this kind of kinship to him because he was Sagittarius, and my maternal grandfather, who I feel very connected to now since his passing, he passed in 2016. Right after the Ozzy concert. My maternal grandfather that I feel a very strong connection to since his passing especially, he was double Sag, Sun and Moon in Sagittarius. So Ozzy Osbourne, rest in power. Never forgotten. I'll be doing a new moon ritual tonight, and I'll be playing my Black Sabbath record, and I'll be thinking of Ozzy when I do my ritual tonight. I want to do a podcast with my husband later, and we'll talk about Ozzy when we do the podcast. He's got a lot going on. He's packing. He's going to San Diego for Comic-Con, and so it's a big deal. He's going to be on panel, but we'll try to squeeze in a podcast and pay tribute to Ozzy in the podcast. Okay, so this is going to be all signs. What do you need to know right now? I'm starting this series. I've gotten some good feedback on it, and I feel good about it, so I'll continue doing this. I just did a collective reading using tarot cards, but for the foreseeable future, I'll be delivering these messages via my out-of-tune electric guitar. I don't know any chords, but I know noise and I know energy. There's this tuner, and I like it because it tells you the notes. That's interesting, because I don't know music. I don't know the notes. Okay. Wearing my Wu-Tang shirt. At JD's record shop, I got Honeysuckle Rose, the soundtrack, because I was reading an article in Cowboys and Indians magazine on Willie Nelson. My first favorite song when I was a kid, when I was like 2 years old, my first favorite song was Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. That's from The Red-Headed Stranger, but I love Honeysuckle Rose, the movie and the soundtrack. Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground is my favorite from that soundtrack. I don't like wearing wigs. It's a pain in the ass, but I'm growing my hair out. It's awkward. I'm hoping by November when I go to Toledo for the book fair and the reading. I'm hoping that by November, my hair will be down to my shoulders again because I don't want to pack wigs on the plane. I don't want to wear a wig in the airport. That's stupid. Just for me personally, everyone's different. Everyone's on their own path, but I don't want to pack wigs. It's too much, man. It's too much work. It's too high maintenance. I was going to go to the nail salon today, and I said, no, fuck the nail salon. Let's go to Janie's. You kind of have to be strategic. You have to pick and choose in a city that's as sprawling and massive as San Antonio when you're trying to pack things in. What do you really want to do right now? I really wanted to go to Janie's record shop. So I got Honeysuckle Rose. My son got an Eazy-E album. And I forget what my husband got. And I got a Peter Frampton 8-track just for the photo op. And I got some Tejano cassette. I just had the kickin' nachos, the big nachos from Taco Cabana. And half a beer, a St. Arnold IPA. Michael.
Yeah.
Gary. Which record did you get at Janie's? He got Eazy-E.
Honeysuckle Rose.
I got Honeysuckle Rose. What'd you get?
I didn't get one.
Oh, I thought you got a record. I thought we got 3 records.
We did.
Oh, I got that punk rock. Here, let me show that up. I watched this punk rock documentary, Chocolate City, DC, and I think that Reagan Youth was in this. So the first track there at CBGB's. Yeah, Frampton Comes Alive just for the aesthetics. And then, let me show that. Ruben Naranjo. Ruben Naranjo. Okay. There will be timestamps in case you find all this quite tedious and insufferable. We were talking about how sleazy the story is, but you gotta overlook the story because it's Willie Nelson. I mean, come on. It's fiction, it's not real. Eazy-E. Because the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your card. Nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, I ain't said shit. Yeah, you can't ever get a divorce when you and your husband collect books and records. You can't get a divorce because it's a pain in the ass saying, this book is mine. No, this one's, well, we both like this book. We both like Honeysuckle Rose. It's just too problematic. Okay. It's an ass ache that you don't need to sign up for necessarily. Okay. All signs, starting with Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Aries really need to know right now? You're on the right path. It may seem boring. It may seem boring as hell, but keep doing what you're doing. Keep your booty cool. Don't try to change anything. You're on the right path. Don't fuck with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as the saying goes. Sometimes boring is really good. Sometimes boring is optimal. There's all this chaos swirling around us. It's good to hide sometimes. It's good to just be at home in your haven, your sanctuary, just staying in your lane, riding your chill, lighting your incense sticks or cones, lighting your candles, strumming your guitar, playing your drums, singing karaoke, reading books, writing books. The party's right here. This is the party. Welcome to it. What does Taurus really need to know right now? Drives me crazy. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. There's someone that you're in conflict with. You can't make this person see your point of view. You can't force understanding on someone. Either someone gets it, they grok it, or they don't. There could be someone, and it's painful because you're all around the mulberry bush with this person. They're never going to see it the way you see it. Let it go. All you can do is keep your corner clean with your little broom, you know. Keep your area clean. Focus on yourself, your work, your energy, and let that shit go. That's what I get for Taurus. Now on to, see, I eat dairy, the nachos, all that cheese and sour cream, and now it's all mucus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Gemini really need to know right now? The song I'm hearing is New Kid in Town by the Eagles. You look in her eyes, the music begins to play. Hopeless romantics, here we go again. But after a while, you're looking the other way. It's those hopeless hearts that never mend. Okay. You may feel like someone else is getting all the gold, someone else is getting all the accolades, someone else is getting all the attention. You may be stuck in that space. I've been there numerous times myself, where you're comparing yourself to other people. You're comparing your life to other people. You feel like their life is more exciting than yours because they're getting on a plane and they're going to Paris. They're going to go get high on Jim Morrison's grave. They're going to go buy a Versace La Medusa bag. Must be nice getting high on Jim Morrison's grave, buying a lavender Versace La Medusa bag in Paris. Must be nice, bitch. So just take the tacos where you find them. Just find the small joys however you can in your own life, and don't compare yourself to other people, and don't get caught in that social media trap, because it's a lot of noise and it's a lot of bullshit. You can see people posting the most amazing trips, the most amazing meals, the most amazing lives, and then you find out that the husband went into a rage and killed the entire family. You know, there's so many examples of people that make it look good on social media and then something really bad happens. You just never know. I'm not going to drop names, but if you know, you know. It's pretty common knowledge by now, 2025, that it's all smoke and mirrors. I mean, come on now. We're all adults. And what did they have to go through? What did they have to do to get that trip to Disney? You know what I'm saying? Haven't been to Disney since I was a teenager. Went to Disney World, Epcot Center when I was 15 with my Gemini mom and Virgo stepdad and my two younger siblings, and it was okay. It wasn't like the best vacation of my life. It might have been the best vacation of my life. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. But when I see all these people going on and on about Disneyland or Disney World, I don't exactly experience pangs of envy. It's not a trip that I would want to take now. Anyway. That's what I see for Gemini. Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Cancer need to know right now? Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day, Bill Murray. You feel like you're living the same day over and over again. You're eating the same food. You're having the same experiences. It's very monotone, very blah, very beige. The song I'm hearing is Mrs. Robinson, Simon and Garfunkel from The Graduate. Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Oh, what's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Jesus holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. Gotta learn to help yourself. Everywhere you look, you see sympathetic eyes. Okay. So similar to what I saw for GeMiNi, you may feel like the parade is passing you by, like everyone's having fun and you're just stuck scrubbing floors, scrubbing potties, making casseroles. Living the same day over and over again. The collective reading that I just did a few hours ago comes to mind, stuck in a rut. A lot of people feel stuck right now. So I guess Mercury is retrograde in Leo. Mars is being a little bitch in Virgo. Pluto is being a motherfucker in Aquarius. Saturn and Neptune are going to be all fucked up, going back and forth. Pisces, Aries, they'll be firmly in Aries in February 2026. Uranus recently moved into Gemini. Jupiter, Cancer. These are weird transits, and we're in eclipse season. So, honor yourself during this new moon in Leo. Timeless reading, but if you're watching now, honor yourself during this new moon in Leo. Make a saltwater bath. I get the Dr. Teal's, the Epsom with the melatonin, lavender. I like to plug in my Five Below light with the different colors that go swirling around the walls. I like to plug that in and just soak. And it's just nice. That self-care. I go through about 6 journals a year. I get the really nice journals at Amazon. Peter Popper Press. Gorgeous journals. So I write down recipes and affirmations for subliminals and just various stuff. The transits. Take a risk, Cancer. Do something new. Take an art class. That's what I want to do. I want to take a basic painting class. I want to paint just a basic landscape. Take an art class, go bowling, take a road trip, take a solo trip somewhere. Maybe write some poetry. Okay, now we're on to Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Leo need to know right now? Leo. Microaggressions, all these dramas around you, these dramas, these conflicts. You could be dealing with some really strong personalities. You could be clashing with other people at this time. It's like, okay, here's an example. Here's a metaphor, I guess, illustrating my point. So we were in Dollar Tree the other day and I got a little panel, a little square canvas, and I got some cheap acrylics. And I don't know where it is. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, I did this little abstract painting, and I'm not a great artist at all. My collages are pretty good. The collages are decent. My paintings leave a lot to be desired. I'm having fun, you know? But my tendency when I paint is to put too much in there. So I really like the primary colors. I like red, yellow, and blue. I feel like they look really striking in art, just the primary colors. But I go in there and I fuck with it and I get it all muddy, and then colors that there's really no name for these colors, and it's just like baby shit, like diarrhea in a diaper, you know? It just, the colors get too muddied. They're clashing, they're competing. And they're ass. They're not any good. And there are some paintings, like this one I have hanging in the kitchen with twinkling lights. It's been in the backdrop of some lives that we've done. Me and my husband, we do the all signs and we're on camera doing the lives. I have worked and reworked that painting over the years. It's got a plastic skeleton arm in it, and it's got like a toy horse and just different stuff embedded. I finally took it down and reworked it a few months ago, and I said, okay, that's as good as this painting's going to get. I'm giving up. I'm not going to try to do anything more with this painting. I'm just letting it go. I overexpress. That can be a Leo problem. If you've got a lot of Leo in your chart, I don't have any Leo. Leo's my 12th house. I just have Mars, Jupiter, North Node, and the vertex, and Capricorn, my 5th house, the house of Leo. But I don't have anything in Leo. If you have strong Leo energy, you have that tendency to overexpress. And it's time to just maybe take a step back, tone it down. Don't put any more stuff out there. Like if there's a relationship and you're putting a lot of energy and expression into this relationship, take your hand off the wheel. You've made your point. You've made it abundantly clear. You've expressed yourself. Now let go. You can't do anything more than what you've already done. You've made it clear how you feel about this person. You made it clear how you feel about the situation, whatever it is. Now just let go. And my Leo husband just walked in, that synchronicity. I'm talking about Leo. The song, the notes, the music that I got for Leo was like, wow. So it's just, be very careful on the flight to San Diego. Don't get into any little battles.
Altercations?
Yeah, try to avoid the altercations.
All right, I shall do that. I shall do that.
He has Sun, Moon, and Mercury in Leo, all in my 12th house. When I was first learning about astrology as a teenager, when I found out that I have Virgo moon and Virgo rising, that really pissed me off. I did not like it. I said, there's no way. There is no fucking way that I've got a Virgo moon and Virgo rising. It has to be Leo. Leo moon and Leo rising. I've got Hollywood all over this room. I had a poster of Marilyn Monroe with the fake red rose attached to it. I had Red and Scarlet in an embrace from Gone with the Wind. I had a poster of Los Angeles at night with the palm trees. It's like you're going down a street and you see the lights and the palm trees. I wanted to go to UCLA Film School. That was my original dream when I was a teenager. I wanted to go to UCLA Film School. I wanted to make movies. I wanted to write movies. I wanted to act in movies. I was all about Hollywood. So I thought, I love being on stage. I see myself as Vivian Lee as Scarlett O'Hara, which I was totally delusional because I was nothing like Scarlett O'Hara. I wasn't the belle of the ball. I was a wallflower. I was shy. I was mousy. I was meek. I didn't have friends. Never went to a single prom. Never had a boyfriend until my senior year. It was very brief. But everything in me just rejected the idea of me having Virgo rising and a Virgo moon. Now, apparently in Vedic astrology, I am a Leo. But I've just done like a very superficial look at Vedic. I feel like it's taken me this long to know what I know about Western, and so I'm very intimidated by Vedic. It's enough for me to just focus on Western. So I've heard people say that Vedic is a lot more accurate than Western. It probably is, but I know Western. It's taken me years to know about orbs and the aspects and all that, so I'll just stick with this. But yeah. And what I didn't know at the time, because I didn't really know anything, my knowledge was very preschool. It was very superficial when I was 16. What I didn't know then was that I have a packed 5th house. That's the Leo in my chart. The 5th house. So, because my Mars in Capricorn in the 5th house makes a tight trine to my ascendant and moon. And it makes a tight square to my Pluto in Libra in the 2nd. So that's what I have, Leo. I hope that helps. Now we're on to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Virgo need to know right now? I see Virgo being in a really intense dialogue with someone. This seems romantic and sexual to me. There could be someone you're getting close to. It could be the connection's going to the next level. It's going from casual to something very serious and deeply felt. I'm hearing pillow talk. You know, you just had amazing sex. You're both exhausted. You're sated. You're sweaty. It was so good. Maybe you're smoking cigarettes or cigars, or you're vaping, or you're smoking a bowl or some damn thing. You're feeling really good, and you're having pillow talk. You're talking about moving in together. You're talking about kids and baby names, taking a trip together. Virgo has this tendency, I've had it myself, because I would say more than any other sign in the zodiac, Virgo can be the most neurotic and the most adept at self-sabotage. So there's this tendency with Virgo, if you've got any Virgo in your chart, certainly the luminaries or the personal planets, especially Mercury. You have this tendency to overanalyze. And in the beginning, when you're first getting close to someone, you start to freak out and you start future tripping and you start projecting, and you feel this kind of panic. Like, if they find out XYZ, they're going to reject me. And so it's brutal. From my experience, it's brutal if you've got Virgo in your chart when you're first getting close to someone. It is terrifying. You're scared that if they see a different aspect that you've not shown them before, a different aspect of your personality, they're going to reject you. So fight the 5 of Pentacles, Virgo. Do not stay in the 5 of Pentacles. Don't feel like this person is superior to you. Don't feel like if they find out XYZ, they're going to reject you. Turn it around. Listen to some subliminals, you know. Subliminals help me. I'm always listening to subliminals or making my own. Samma subs is my favorite. SAMMA. I love Samma subs. I make my own subliminals. And that's just how I keep some semblance of a peace of mind. You know, that's how I maintain some semblance of sanity, is with subliminals. I have to tell myself good things. Sometimes it feels like a lie. It feels like I'm being delusional, but I have to tell myself good things. And there's this book I read years ago. I got 2 copies of this book. I think I got a hardcover and a paperback. Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It, or something. And Louise Hayes talks about this also. People talk about it. It's common. Getting a mirror, like a compact mirror, and looking in it and just saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, over and over again. It sounds psychotic, but it works. You're going to get all kinds of negative messages from the world. You're insufficient in this area. You're too fat. You're too skinny. Your tits aren't big enough. Your teeth aren't white enough. You're wearing the wrong lipstick. You're wearing a wig. Your hair is all wrong. Your face is wrong. Everything's wrong. You'll get plenty of negative feedback from the world. You've got to learn how to regulate, tell yourself good things, and make yourself believe those good things. Why else are we here? Are we here to be a pawn in someone's maniacal game to make us feel like shit? I feel like the greatest sin you can commit is self-loathing. Because if you loathe yourself, if you hate yourself, if you doubt yourself, you're going to be in this weird place, and that's going to color every relationship you have, even how you talk to a person when you're ordering tacos or beer. Everyone that you deal with, you're going to carry that negative shit, and that's insanity. That's batshit. So don't do it. That's what I've got for Virgo. Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Libra really need to know right now? Doing all this stuff for other people. You're cooking meals, you're cleaning, you're taking care of kids, grandkids, pets, clients, lovers, a spouse, a husband. You're taking care of everyone but yourself. Your cups have run dry. So Libra, what you need to know right now is you need to figure out how to fill your cups. Don't wait for God, Jesus, Buddha, Chad, Gary, Shania, whoever. Don't wait for someone to come in and read your mind and know what they need to do to make you feel better. Make yourself feel better. Learn how to fill your own cups. Something so simple as, I don't know, my God, making yourself a sandwich, as crazy as it sounds. It has taken me 52 years to figure out how to make the perfect sandwich for myself. Now, God, I love Jif Extra Crunchy. And I would make sandwiches, all kinds of variations over the years, like Jif Extra Crunchy with grape jelly or strawberry jelly or jalapeno jelly or with bananas, you know. But I can't eat Jif Extra Crunchy anymore. I looked at the ingredients. It's got rapeseed oil. Seed oils are the bane of my existence, so it went into the trash. Now I eat organic peanut butter, which is not exciting at all. Anyway, the dream sandwich, the best sandwich that I've been eating pretty much on a daily basis lately, it's sourdough bread, which I toast. So toasted sourdough bread with just drizzle of basic bitch mustard, nothing fancy, not Grey Poupon or Dijon or whatever, just basic bitch, French's mustard, slice of a tomato, salt, pepper it, banana peppers from the jar, jalapeno peppers from the jar. And yesterday I got really crazy and I added some feta cheese, even though I'm on a high carb, low fat diet. I just had nachos talking banana. Anyway, make yourself a sandwich, read a good book, do a social media detox. I just see Libra being fried and frazzled. You're just like, and you just can't. You're out of fucks. No fucks left to give. Give all the fucks to yourself, Libra. Maybe invest in a vibrator. So, I had this dream. A recent dream, and there was a vibrator or a dildo. I don't know. It was phallic. I have a vibrator collection. I have a video at this channel. This was a couple of years ago where I'm showing my favorite vibrator on camera. So that was exciting. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of brothel videos at YouTube lately. The Buddy Ranch, the Mustang Ranch in Nevada. I feel like prostitution should be illegal. It's been in supply. It's been in demand for millennia. We need prostitutes on this planet. So prostitution should be legal. All drugs should be legal. I'm a libertarian, so now you know. My flag is the don't tread on me flag with the coiled rattlesnake. Don't tread on me. Now we're on to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Scorpio need to know right now? It's the calm before the storm. The quiet, the still, the calm before the storm. There's a hurricane brewing. Maybe literal, maybe not literal. Maybe you're in a place where there's no hurricane activity. It could be a hurricane, it could be a tsunami, it could be a tornado. There's this woman who was on the Jeff Mara podcast. She has a channel that I'm subscribed to. I can't think of what it's called, but she gets downloads from the Great Council, and she keeps seeing a tsunami. She keeps seeing something really dire, and she's saying, stock up. Get bottles of water, get cans of food. We've been doing that since COVID, man. We've been doing that since 2020. We've been stocking up. We've got stuff in the garage. We've got stuff in the fridge and the pantry there. Got rice, black-eyed peas, etc. So Scorpio could be in survival mode, which, I mean, Scorpio pretty much stays there. Scorpio and Capricorn have that in common. You're always looking out. You're operating in survival mode most of the time. That's default for Scorpio and Capricorn. When it all comes down, you know, and there are a few survivors left, they're going to be Scorpios and Capricorns. My two favorite signs, actually, but not to be too dire. It could be something so minor as you've been just going along, just living your life, minding your P's and Q's, but you're about ready to blow like a damn volcano. Something's going to change. There's going to be a big shakeup for Scorpio. You could be having some kind of surgery. You know, maybe you're transgender. You've recently discovered that you're trans, or you're on LGBTQIA, the spectrum there. You thought you were straight, but surprise, you're bi. You're going to change your name. You're going to change your identity. You're going to make a big move. You've been living in Toledo, Ohio for 1,000,000 years, and you're making a move to San Francisco or Seattle or Tokyo, something like that. You've been in the same relationship for a long time, and you're ready to break free. I see a big dramatic change coming for Scorpio. Hope that helps. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? There's someone who is a damn mosquito in your ear. This person is getting on your last fucking nerve. you can't with this person. You're ready to just tell them all the ways they could fuck all the way off. I'm going to tell you all the ways you could fuck all the way off, motherfucker. As my maternal grandmother would say, you're getting ready to read someone the riot act. The riot act? What is the riot act? I don't know. I'm sure there's a Wikipedia on it. What's the origin of reading someone the riot act? I think it's WRIGH. I don't fucking know. You're going to tell someone what needs to be told. It could be a boss. I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother was complaining about her job, her employer. She was a checker in this grocery store in Bridgeport, Texas in the 70s or early 80s. I think it was the 70s. Anyway, a popular song at the time, that had to have been the 80s. There was a popular song at the time, Take This Job and Shove It. And I told her she needed to sing that song to her boss. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. So maybe you need to sing that song to someone, a boss. You know, tangential, not really related at all. It's not what the song is about, but I'm seeing that video, the Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan, Today is the Greatest. You know, he's driving that ice cream van around, and then he just doesn't want to drive the ice cream van anymore. And so, you know, he gets kind of crazy there. He decides he's not going to drive the ice cream van anymore. And of course, that song is ironic. You can read about the origin of that song and what it's all about. There are so many words you can't say on YouTube, so I won't go there. But it wasn't the greatest day. It wasn't the greatest day he had ever known. I love that video so much that in my novel, it's non-linear, it's fecal, it's crazy, it's chaotic. My novel, Fuck Her Butt Happy Time, which is still available at Amazon, I end that novel with a reimagining of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The original. I've never seen the remake. I never would. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a condensed, reimagined screenplay. It's, I guess you could call it a parody, but it's ridiculous. So it's like a screenplay. I've got the camera directions and I've got the lines and everything. And the very end of that novel, spoiler alert, Billy Corgan shows up in the ice cream van and he gives the survivor chick a ride in his ice cream van. That's how Fuck Her Butt Happy Time ends. So. I wanted more than life could ever grant me, bored by the chore of saving face. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. I don't have that long. I'll tear my heart out before I get out. Now we're on to Capricorn. We're over 44 minutes. Good. Maybe we'll make it to an hour. Capricorn, Sun, and Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Capricorn really need to know right now? That person is all wrong for you, Capricorn. That's not your person. I'm not sure I even believe in that whole thing. Your person, the one you're supposed to be with. Who's supposed to be with anyone? If we have time, I want to do a podcast with my husband later talking about twin flames. We're going to give our opinions on twin flames. To me, it's weird that this is 2025 and people are still doing twin flame videos, and Jeff and Shalia are still a thing. Living like rock stars, Twin Flame Academy, Divine Union, no comprende. So there are many people, apparently, according to what I see on YouTube, there are many people who still believe in twin flames, but Capricorn, this person's not your twin flame. This is not your person. You're not supposed to be with this person. Don't start planning a wedding. Don't start planning a booty call or a honeymoon. You got bigger fish to fry, Capricorn. So the last thing you should care about is how this person feels about you. So maybe you've been watching a lot of readings at YouTube lately. I don't know. What they would tell you if they could. What they would tell you if they were brave. What they would tell you if they had the balls. And so you could be eating your heart out just watching all these videos on someone who's not choosing you, someone who's not a player in your life, someone who's blocked you on Instagram, they blocked you on Facebook, they blocked you in all the ways you can block someone. They've told you, I don't want to be with you. Or in so many words, you know, they've given you a very clear message, they don't want to be with you. When they show up for you, they're not really showing up, they're half-assing it. They're showing ambivalence. When you're with them, they're not present. And you've seen all the red flags and you're just ignoring them for whatever reason. You have it in your head, this is your person. So are you going through some weird Neptune transits, or do you have strong Pisces in your chart? Because I just see you being checked out. That's not Capricorn. Capricorn has a very clear eye. Capricorn is not delusional at all. I see Saturn, which rules Capricorn, as the opposite of Neptune, which rules Pisces. Even though Capricorn is opposite Cancer, Capricorn and Pisces are true opposites. If you're really looking at the stuff that makes up a Capricorn and what makes it, anyway, go on and on about it. So, a healthy Capricorn, a Capricorn who is in their power, a Capricorn who's taking care of themselves, they're not going to be delusional. They're not going to eat their heart out over someone who's not choosing them. A true Capricorn is not a masochist. I mean, wouldn't you prefer to be with someone who wants to be with you? Wouldn't you prefer to be with someone where it's energetic in the 3D? Because when we die, when we leave this planet, we're going to get all the 5D we want and a lot extra and beyond 5D, 6D, all the way to whatever D goes to, 13D, hell, I don't know. I'm not a star seed, I'm just a basic bitch from the North Texas Sticks. But right now, we're into 3D. I can see the books on the shelves. I can see all the laundry piled up on the couch that I need to fold and put away. I can see the records that I need to put away. I can see the bottled water that needs to go somewhere, the Barks root beer, Snoopy, the 5-night plushies, the bouquet of flowers we got at Central Market a few days ago for the new moon in Leo. It's stunning. It's gorgeous. I can see the neighbor's tree. I can see birds flying by. These are my hands. And this is true and this is real. It's true for me. It's real for me. You're watching the video. You can't smell the incense that I'm smelling. You can't feel the strings underneath your fingers. You know, you're getting a glimpse of my reality, but it's not your reality. I've experienced mental telepathy. I've experienced synchronicities. I've told this story numerous times. I was into the whole twin flame thing there for a minute. 2018, the catalyst for me starting my channel, sagiTTaRiuS, was a man that I believed was my divine masculine. And I went down all the rabbit holes, and I thought about paying for twin flame coaching, but something in me said, no, we're not going down that route. Even if this man is my twin flame, even if this man is my divine masculine, I don't want to make that the focus of my life. So I'm not going to go there. But when I started off, didn't know what I was doing, shuffling cards on sagiTTaRiuS, I was using the twin flame speak because that's the kind of videos I've been watching. So... But yeah, I experienced mental telepathy and all kinds of weird stuff with that man. Only met him in person twice. But I saw him very clearly in a dream, and I had a special name for him, and I called out that name in the dream. I said, I need you, call me. I woke up a few hours later to a missed phone call and text messages from the guy, and then we talked. The last time we met in person, it was February 2018. I took my Cat Black's Golden Tarot deck, and I had him rub his hands together and put his hands on the cards, and I pulled one card, and it was the Emperor, the divine masculine. Like, that really means something. So that man had no coin in my realm. He had no currency in my realm. He had no relatives. He had no relevance in my life. Okay? So I have too much Capricorn in my chart to ever fall into a delusion and stay there, to ever be truly delusional and to stay in that. I can't. I've got Mercury in Pisces, but I've got Mars, North Node, Jupiter and Vertex and Capricorn, and I've got a Taurus MC. I'm no bullshit. I'm very much about the 3D, this tangible, mundane realm that we all live in. Now, if you're out of your mind on some drug, if you're disabled by drugs, alcohol, it's easier, I guess, to access the 5D and to whatever. You can sit there with your lava lamps, your candles, your tarot cards and Abre Camino and your weed or your drug of choice, your drink of choice, and you can get all kinds of downloads and all kinds of messages, and who knows, maybe Elon Musk is your divine masculine. But does Elon know that? Has he gotten the memo? Is the Tesla limo going to pick you up and take you to X-Land? I'm just pulling things out of my ass. I'm just talking. But that's what I see for Capricorn. Hope that helps. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Aquarius really need to know right now? Aquarius, you're getting a glow up. And when I say glow up, I don't mean drastic weight loss. I don't mean a new body or some wonderful plastic surgery procedure or your hair or your nails or your face or a Versace bag or a Versace dress. When I say glow up, I mean mental. I mean spiritual. People are going to see you in a new light. You're going to command respect. Okay, people are going to see you as a serious force of nature, someone to contend with. Okay. Power up. It's like an old school arcade game that I like. Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. You know, Pac-Man eats the big dots. Are they called power dots? You know, you eat the big dots and then you're more powerful. You can eat the ghost. But until you eat the big dots, just the little dots, you can't eat the ghost. The ghost eat you. So you're going to be super powerful You're going to be super powerful Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man. You've eaten the dots. You've eaten the fruits, the pretzel for Miss Pac-Man. I love that. You could eat the cherries, the banana, the pretzel, and then you're a fucking bad bitch. You eat the dots, you eat the ghost, and it's your game. And you're going to the next level. They meet, they kiss, they get married. Mr. Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man. You don't have to marry someone to get powerful. Sometimes it helps. Hegemony. It's still a thing for women. Women marry so they can become a real housewife of Atlanta or Beverly Hills or whatever. It's very hard. My experience, only experience I'm familiar with, in my experience, it's very difficult for a woman, even in 2025, to get really powerful on her own. If you come into power, you got some help, usually from a man. You know, without my marriage, without my partnership, I couldn't have built my small business, my very modest small business. I couldn't have built this small, modest business if I was all strung out on some guy from OkCupid or Match or eHarmony or whatever the fuck. If I was just dating and agonizing, when's he going to contact me again? How does he really feel about me? I couldn't have done what I've done in that mind space. So you have to have stability. You got to have some help, and you've got to be smart, and you got to be strategic. So I see Aquarius being smart and strategic, and you're powering up, and you're being seen in a whole new light. You're commanding respect. You've got money in the bank. And if you want to take a trip somewhere, you can take a trip somewhere. If you want to rock an open mic, you can rock an open mic. If you want to strum a guitar, don't worry about tuning it. Just strum the hell out of a guitar. It can sound ugly. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to do an improv. I'm going to improvise a song for Aquarius because I've got Sun and Venus in Aquarius. Let's just see what comes out, man. It'll be fun. You're telling me something you think I should know, but bitch, you're just a basic hoe. You're wearing a wig and you're not wearing it that well. When you strum those strings, it sounds like hell. So take your card, shove 'em up your ass. I'm flying to Chicago and I'm flying first class. The only cash you know about is when you're playing Monopoly drunk on stout. I got real money and I got real power. I save my singing for the shower. Kiss my ass and kiss it twice. I'm not taking a tarot reader's advice. Word. Now on to Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. What does Pisces need to know right now? Sex. Transcendental sex. Sex so good you will see the ghost of David Lynch. It's going to be a spiritual orgy for Pisces. There's David Lynch. Oh, there's Lester Bangs. Oh, it's too soon to say OZZY. I just learned that OZZY passed, but maybe OZZY will be there as well. OZZY had a sense of humor. He didn't take himself too seriously. So yeah, I'm seeing spiritual sex for Pisces. So this is not just casual. This is not just to hit it and quit it. It's not just flesh on flesh. This is someone you're really fucking with and I see mutuality, and you're going to be connecting on all levels, okay? This is someone you have mental telepathy with. I was going off on a tangent for Capricorn, so you might want to watch Capricorn, talking about twin flames and the 5D and all that. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Now, I'm not a twin flame reader. I'm not a twin flame believer. I don't believe there's just one person for each of us. I believe that it's a buffet. And today, I want tacos. I would never get tacos from a buffet. That's so gross. But today, I want tacos. Tomorrow, I might want pizza. It's a crazy world. I just know my experience. I can't imagine falling in love and getting married when I was 19 or 20 and being married to one person for 50 years. I can't grok that. But I've got immutable Grand Cross. Saturn tops my chart. Saturn in Gemini. I've got Mercury in Pisces, Neptune, Sagittarius, Moon in Virgo. So I'm very fickle. I've been married and divorced a few times. I've lived with 5 different men. I've fallen in love more times than I can count on both hands. So that doesn't ring true. It doesn't resonate with me that there's one person for everyone, or that you have a twin flame, someone that you've been connected to since forever. So in this incarnation, you were the man, he was the woman. You were the queen, he was the court jester. In another lifetime, you were a sailor, he was the bar wench, or whatever the fuck, man. And to me, that makes me very uneasy. Maybe it's my stuff in Aquarius. It makes me uneasy being linked to someone, like sharing a soul with someone and being with them for eternity. I don't like the idea of that, but carry on. We're all on different paths. I think people are terrified of dying alone. People are terrified of being alone. People feel like, I gotta have someone. I've done so many readings for clients where they'll say, if this person is not interested in me, then who is interested? Someone has to be interested in me. I have to have someone. That's a fallacy. Sometimes, this has happened numerous times throughout my life. I'm 52 years old. You're going to be the only person who loves you. So you might as well do it, and do it consistently. Love yourself. Love the hell out of yourself, as a matter of fact. Because there will be plenty of times where, you know, people don't want to be around you. They feel like you look wrong, you are wrong, you smell wrong, you talk wrong, and you're feeling like you're out of your time. You know, you're in the wrong time. You're out of your element. No one gets you. No one understands you. There's that song that they sang to mock me when I was a kid. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. I'm gonna eat a worm. Big, fat, juicy one. Long, tall, juicy, long, whatever. Big, fat, juicy one. Long, tall, skinny. I'm gonna eat a worm. And also they told me whenever I was in a bad mood when I was a kid, you got the same little britches to get glad in. So we all have britches. Are we gonna get glad in our britches, or sad in our britches, or mad in our britches? We can't control what happens out there. We can't control the weather. We can't control, and there are people that say cloud seeding is a thing, and they're we can't control the weather. We can't control the other driver. We can't control what someone does with their body, with their time. Does someone get it fucked up? Do they want to put a needle in their arm? Do they want to slam tequila shots? Do they want to go to Juarez and get a wife for the night, or go to the brothel in Nevada and have that experience? You know, we can't control anyone but ourselves. So the world will come in and tell us all the ways in which we suck, all the ways in which we fall short. It's not our business what anyone else thinks about us. And if someone's not in love with us, cool. You go not be in love with me over there. I'm over here having the time of my life. Pimping my own ride, strumming my guitar, singing my song, reading my book, writing my book, looking at art, creating art, drinking root beer, and eating cotton candy. So fuck you. Fuck all the way off. Fuck all the way off. But yeah, right now I see Pisces having amazing sex. I see Pisces being in love, and it's mutual. So that's beautiful. You know, go with it. Jesse is a friend. Yeah, I know. He's been a good friend of mine. Lately something's changed. It's not hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl, and I want to make her mine. 'Cause she's watching with those eyes, and she's loving him with that body. I just know it. Wait. You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that? Where can I find a woman like that? In the twilight glow, I see your blue eyes crying in the rain. I can't play the guitar, doesn't stop me. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember, and only memories remain. Through the ages I'll remember blue eyes crying in the rain. In transmission.